Hello. Mm, sorry, I have lipstick on my teeth. That happens all the time to me. But sorry, there's always I didn't realize there was such a delay between my software that I use to go live, the streaming software that I use and actually going live. There's a delay. Um like a good 10 seconds or so. It's weird. But I'm also having a hard time um with getting all of my information in the description. Yeah, it's weird. So I'm sorry. I feel like I'm always late to the show, but I don't mean to. So, hello everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Metaphysical Practices. Mm, Before we get started, I always thank Carrie Rodriguez at with La Hermosa Bruja for allowing me to stream to her platforms. It's so awesome of her, and I just appreciate her generosity. But also, I want to make sure that everybody is sending her some energy because she and her family have had COVID, and I think it's really taken its toll there. So everybody, make sure you send her some good vibes, send her some energy. I've got healing candles lit for them. Carrie, if you're listening, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing better. Um, tonight I want to talk about grounding because we've been through a lot of challenging energies lately. And hi Bridget, I'm actually not doing live readings tonight. This is a show called Metaphysical Practices. But I am thinking about doing some live readings for the holidays. Just like a holiday reading. That'd be fun. Because it's really hard on empaths. So just thought I'd throw that out there. I am drinking coffee, and I drink cold coffee, so I'm drinking it through a straw. Yeah. Hey, Alethea. Hey, Cindy. Okay. So I want to talk about how to get grounded because a lot of the things that are coming into us is challenging energy. I also want to talk about why we are being challenged. Because there's a lot of people that I've been reading for lately, and actually in um doing my weekly readings, my weekly zodiac readings for readings at the round table, um I've been getting a lot of that where people are sort of, let's call it, spiritually leveling up, and they're feeling the challenge, like they're feeling that harsh energy. And the thing is, we get challenged during times of growth. We get pushed. We get that energy during times of growth. And sorry, it's like notifying me over here that I'm getting messages, but I'm looking at them. It's weird. So that we're getting challenged during that time of growth. We're getting challenged during a time that we are growing spiritually. And it's really important to stay grounded during that time. And for me, anytime I've always had those changes come into my life and those challenging times, I turn to food. Yeah, especially donuts. I mean, the Intamin's donut people, yeah, they did real good business for years because of so I try not to turn so much to the donuts anymore. I try to do some healthy grounding. But the thing is, we all get challenged. We all go through these problems, and it's progress. It truly, truly is progress. It's it's us being able to say, I know this is happening for a reason. I'm going to see past what is right, like what's coming at me, what's right in front of me. I'm going to look past it and look at the bigger picture and see why is this happening to me? Is this something that I didn't learn when I had to go through something like this before? It's when you learn your lesson in those situations, you don't have to go back through it. You really don't. I mean, because the next time a situation like that comes up, it like kind of skips you. It misses you somehow. So, yes, Cindy, it's feeling that moon. Oh my gosh. Did anybody else have some issues with that Mars conjunction with the full moon yesterday? Hmm? I know I did because I talk to my family about these things and they don't always believe me. That's okay. You okay back there, Jazz? She's got an itch. Um, the um, the thing is, like it was a really heavy energy, and I kept telling my family, I was like, I'm not going out. I'm as little as possible that I have to go out into public. I'm not going out in public. I'm like, I'm getting all of my grocery shopping and everything done the weekend before. I'm not going out. I'm not doing it. And I haven't. I went out to this thing for my kids' school, but that was it. And I was just like, I'm not doing this. This is there's some crazy shit happening right now, and I'm not doing it. So my mom decided that maybe I was exaggerating. All right, I'm a southerner. I can exaggerate. Especially if it means something good for the story, right? So she thought I was exaggerating. So she's out at Walmart, she's shopping, and like they made an announcement over the intercom, and she had heard like some kind of commotion going on, and she was in the electronics section in Walmart, and they took a whole bunch of people that were around, like all these customers and stuff. They took them into the stock room, and they waited there. They never heard an announcement. They never heard anything. So they were like, okay, well, it must be all clear. Everything must be fine. So all the customers and the employees that had been in that section came back out into Walmart, into the general population. She gets her cart. She continues on shopping. She goes into the food area, and all of a sudden, there's an announcement that comes over the loudspeaker, which they don't use that much in Walmart anymore because, all those people have radios. They came over the loudspeaker and said, exit the store immediately at the nearest exit. Leave your cart. Exit the store. And my mom was like, I'm out. I'm out. She didn't even stop. She was just like, I didn't even think, I got Christmas presents in this car. She was like, I just went straight out the door. She said, you didn't have to tell me. And she said, by the time, she said, I exited through the front doors. All the employees were leaving through the back. All the customers were leaving through the front. She got out to the front, and she said there was like 75 police cars in the parking lot, and there was a whole bunch of policemen on the sidewalks with rifles and stuff. There, somebody like pulled out a gun and shot somebody in Walmart that my mom was in yesterday. And she called me and she was like, I really probably should have listened to you. Like, I was like, Mom, Mars conjunct a full moon when Mars is retrograde, not a good idea. So, yeah, it was just kind of a crazy day. So, I was very, very thankful. And I had to give some thanks last night to the fact that my mom was okay and that no one else was injured. But one person, there was two people that were injured enough to go to the hospital. So, hi, Josie. I'm not doing live readings tonight, but I think I will be doing some live readings on my YouTube channel, Readings at the Round Table, after maybe right before the holidays. I think I'm going to do a holiday reading. I think that'll be fun. Um, so yeah, but it was a crazy day. It was a crazy day. So I'm very, very grateful that my mom came out of that. But yeah, it was all over the news, like the shooter in Walmart in Kennesaw, Georgia. So it was no joke. It's no joke, Cindy. All the crazies were out. All the crazies. And I don't even think, I think that's the tip of the iceberg. I don't even think we've heard about all of it. So, yeah. So, what I want to do tonight is because that, a lot of people are experiencing these challenges, and this is some crazy energy with the moon and stuff. But keeping grounded during your challenges so that you can actually see what is truly going on will benefit you. I, I, I'm telling you, I have experienced that this year. I've experienced it multiple times this year, as a matter of fact, not just once, but I experienced it twice. And I feel like I got a double dose of it I, because of how you know, what happened to me before, like in the past few years. And, okay, we do have a spam person in the chat. I'm gonna try to take care of them. Hang on. Sorry. Um, so there is some stuff that's like, hang on. Sorry. There is some stuff that we can do to help, like, to help us stay grounded. There's some things that we can do to protect ourselves, but there's also some things that we can do, and I think this is pretty important here. Here it is. Charlotte, Linda, Trish, you guys please ignore her. Okay. Um Sorry. So disruptive. Okay. So what, um I think I took care of her, Cindy, I think. Um and hey Glenda, you're welcome. So during these challenging times, that we need to stay grounded so that we can see what it is that we're supposed to learn, what it is that we're supposed to do. It's very, very hard. It's very hard. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not an easy thing. Most of the time, the things that we're being challenged with is some kind of relationship. Now, I'm not just talking about a romantic relationship, although I am not ruling it out, but I'm talking about work. Like, we have a relationship with our job. We also have a relationship with people at our jobs. We have a relationship with friends. We have a relationship with family. We have a relationship with lovers, with spouses, with businesses that we create, or businesses that we have a part of. We have a relationship with that. We also have a relationship with projects that we're doing. I mean, anything, building a deck, making a pie, whatever it is. We have a relationship with all of those things. And yes, our relationships with our spouses, with someone that we're dating, or friends, is is a big part of that. Our family, that's a big part of it. But if we're going through something, dollars to donuts, it has to do with some kind of relationship that we're being challenged by, right? Challenged by work. Are we still supposed to be there? Have we outgrown that job? Have we outgrown that place? Um, and just not wanting to move on. So, I think I will, Alethea. I think I'm gonna do some holiday readings. I don't very often do live readings, but might want to do that one. Um, so, is it just me, or am I like slowed down? Can you guys hear me at all? Because I'm having a hard time like tuning in here. What is going on? All right, let me try this again. Okay, it seems to be working. I hope. All right. So, I just wanted to make sure, because like I wasn't seeing me come up on the screen. Weird. Um, but can you hear me okay now, Cindy? And I've got the volume turned up. I've been testing my equipment all day because it's been a little off lately. Can you hear me okay now? This is so much fun, isn't it? Isn't this just the way? Okay, see if that helps. Does that help at all? Okay, Alethea can hear me. Um, okay, let's see if I just get closer to the microphone. Ah. I know, I'm so much fun. But this is a challenging situation, right? And this is with my work. This is with my job. So because yes, I treat Metaphysical Roundtable as a job. Readings at the round table, I treat it as a job because it's my job. And so I have a relationship with this company, with this business. I mean, it's an LLC, so it's a business. Um so I have a relationship with it. When we have these relationships and you pour your heart and soul into it, and then you get challenged from any part of this relationship, whether it's work, friends, family, spouses, lovers, projects that you're a part of, whatever it is, you have to step back and ground yourself. You have to step back and ground yourself in the middle of that storm when you feel like you're being challenged or attacked or whatever. You have to step back, get grounded so that you can see the bigger picture. Now, I'll tell you again, the quickest way what I've always done to get grounded is to eat, and usually is sweets. And I mean sweets. I'm not even going to tell you all the snacks that I have in my desk drawer right here. It's not keto. Mm-mm. But when I'm in the middle of a reading and I need to ground quickly, it's what helps me. Coffee, coffee helps me. I know that sounds crazy, but coffee does. Um, eh, Sometimes just eating protein, I've noticed that protein does get me grounded, not as quickly as the sugar, not as quickly as the sugar, but it's a healthier choice, isn't it? Definitely. Um, the other thing that grounds me and does very quickly, and I did this a lot during both of my pregnancies, is I go and touch one of the tallest trees that I can find. I put my hands on that tree, and I just pull myself down into the root system and say, okay, I'm grounding. I'm grounding here. See, I feel like Facebook keeps pausing me for some reason. I'm going to get out of Facebook because I don't want to look at this and like have it distract me all night. I just wanted to get the troll off of there. But that's a really, really quick way to go out and ground is touching a tree, touching a tall tree, or you know what? Just touching any tree, honestly, because the root system is a lot deeper than we realize. So make sure you go out and touch a tree. I've told my clients if they're not anywhere near a tree, then get barefoot or just walk on the ground, not on the pavement, not on the sidewalk, on the ground. And I have a client that's a school teacher. I actually have several clients that are school teachers, but I have a client that's a school teacher that she does that. She's like, there's no trees around my building, but I go outside when I can during the day and I just stand in the grass. Sometimes I stand near the bushes and just touch the bushes. They have deep roots. Have y'all ever tried to dig up some of these like bushes? They really do have deep roots. It's crazy. So look for something that is deep in the earth. That'll help. If you can't get outside, if you can't get outside, another great thing is all of these crystals. My gosh. There's a reason why I have all of these crystals around me when I do readings. It's not just for looks. It's not, although made in Peru on the back of my pyrite. I got this for my birthday from a client. I love it. But this these are all grounding energies because guess where they came from? The earth, right? One of my favorites is amber. So I have a huge chunk, just a chunk of amber that's unpolished that sits here on my desk. I love it. It's a very grounding energy. And to me, it feels warm. It feels warm, which is another thing is going and sitting in the sun. The noonday sun, if you can get outside at noontime, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's grounding. Yeah. Um keeping yourself like clear, keeping your energy clear will also help ground you because when you're getting challenged, you're you're probably absorbing a lot of stuff around you and your anxiety is probably up, your stress is probably up. I'm saying this because you guys, I experience it. And it's a leveling up process. You're moving into a new spiritual realm and you're not really sure, like, how do I do this? What do I need to do? So I don't know how many of you have seen me. I don't like doing investigations, but I have. I've done a few of them. I don't like it. It's not my favorite. I feel the energy so strongly that it's I shiver and I chatter my teeth and it's really really hard for me to get grounded. So I carry cookies with me because that helps. But even being in like a graveyard one night, touching the ground, being around trees, eating cookies, it still didn't work. What worked is me sitting on granite. Guess what half of those headstones were made out of? Granite. I sat on a headstone. I sat on that granite and it helped. It helped to ground me. But I wouldn't have even been able to hear the guidance from my guides to do that if I hadn't had a cookie to get me like somewhat grounded so I could hear them because I was in the middle of just so much energy. It was too much. But I learned a lot that night. I learned a lot about what I'm capable of, but also what I want to do or what I don't want to do. I know. It's just, yeah, it's intense. I go through this every day at work, a lot of stress and anxiety. Oh, Cindy, I'm so sorry. So that's the other thing when we're going through, like Cindy is saying, she goes through stress and anxiety every day at work. That's going to create a constant fight or flight instinct. It's going to create some kind of trauma. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is get grounded and say, okay, I am not liking this situation. So, can I learn what I need to learn and get the out of here? That's what we need to do. So, Cindy, I want you to start thinking about this and I want you to start looking at what crystals you can carry at work. I don't know what kind of job you do. So that may have a lot to do with it because like my husband works at a commercial bakery and he can't wear some of the crystals that I've given him because he can't really wear jewelry there and he has to wear like a whole suit thing because he's dealing with food. But he can't wear some of the crystals that I've given him. He keeps them out in his car and he goes out to his car at his breaks and his lunch and stuff. So um that helps. Okay, you work in a grocery store. Is there a way that you can keep some kind of I almost think they're showing me berries, Cindy, like around you or hey Gretchen, hey. If there's something that you can keep around you like some sort of berries. I do feel like it's a fruit, like from a tree or from a bush, which that's where fruit comes from. But I'm talking about not like tomatoes kind of fruit, like a blueberry or something. Something small. You can even keep dried berries around you and just like when you're feeling that, just sort of snack on those. I hear nuts too, but I don't know why they didn't bring that up at first. Um, I don't know why they didn't bring that up at first, Cindy. But I'm not telling you to graze through your day. I'm telling you that this may be something that even if you have them near you, that it may help like keep you in a stable place. If in your pockets you can keep some crystals, I highly recommend it. And I especially recommend it if they have points. Like I love this guy. It's a clear quartz, but it has some really interesting points on it. In fact, I used it as like cord cutting for a while. Oh, that would be good, Cindy. So I let's try some crystals in your pocket. And even if you can have like a black crystal and a white crystal, bringing in that duality. Um, because I mean, I love so many of my crystals. And like this shiny little nugget, isn't she pretty? Um, I have the one you sent me. I'm going to put it in my locker. Oh, that's good. Cindy, I can't remember which one I sent you. I'm so sorry. But that would be good. Was it a pyramid that I sent you? Like a little one? Because that might be good. Yeah, to just keep it in your locker. And then keep like a small one in your pocket. Like tiny ones. And I do have some tinier ones. Um, like a tiger's eye might be good for you. Huh. Petrified wood. Yeah, so the bottom of it is square, is the top of it like a pyramid and it's white. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, but like tiny little pieces of like polished petrified wood. Mm, that's a great grounding stone too. So think about how you can ground your energy in a positive way. Now, I have a lot of friends that exercise to ground themselves. That's cool and that's awesome. I'm not there yet with my exercise. I'm not. I'm working on it and I've got a great uh I've got a great trainer that's working with me on it. Was it like this, Cindy? Cuz this selenite, that's fantastic. And selenite will help recharge you too. So that again, they do exercise to ground themselves. They do breath work to ground themselves because that breathing helps regulate your blood pressure. It really does. So when you start breathing in and out deeply, you're regulating your blood pressure along with it, which is extremely helpful when you're feeling that anxiousness, when you're feeling like you're not grounded, is doing breath work. I mean, again, my trainer is one of the most grounded people I've ever met, and she exercises for a living. So that exercise does help get grounded. I would imagine that she would feel a lot of anxiety when she couldn't exercise, when something happened and she wasn't able to do that. So when you're being challenged, start thinking about like, okay, what am I craving? What do I need right now? Do I need to get outside? Do I need to get outside and breathe? Do I need to touch a big tree? You know, what is it that you need in that moment? And give yourself that right then. And then start looking for, if it's sugar, like it always was with me, start looking for healthier alternatives to that once you can get to a reasonable place, once you can think again. Because you can't think when you're in the eye of the storm and you can't see all that's going on around you. But once you get grounded, you can. You can have a bit more focus. You can see what's going on. And that will help you to think better. It truly will. And it will help you to get past that challenging situation so that you don't have to revisit it. You don't have to revisit it in the same context, and that you can get out of it a healthier person. Ooh, okay. Gretchen's got some good stuff. Brushing your teeth, chewing gum, placing the palm of your hand on your crown and push down slightly. Ooh, oh, that's good. I like that. Okay, we've got another troll, people. Let me see if they're on which page they're on, and I'll try to take care of them. Okay, I'm taking care of them. Um, okay, and done. Okay, they're blocked. All right. So, there's another troll. I'm so sorry. No. Okay, that's a really good question, Alethea. Do not recharge your selenite in the full moon unless you just want to. Selenite is sort of like self-cleaning. Sometimes I'll put my selenite out in the full sun as long as it's not raining. Selenite no like the water. So, I put my selenite sometimes out in the full sun and just let her sit there for like half hour or so. But selenite is self-charging. That's part of the reason why you see, like, look how many selenites I have around, because this is how I recharge my cards when I'm doing readings at the round table. I mean, it's a lot of readings in one week, especially on the weeks that I do the numerology. So I'll have, I mean, sometimes 20 something readings that I'm doing. And the selenite not only recharges my cards and my instruments and my tools, but me. So it's very, very important to have. And it's fantastic stuff. But it is self cleaning, Alethea. It is. But I like to put it out in the sun. And here's my athame made out of selenite. Is she pretty? Um, I did block that person. I'm sorry they keep coming up. Um, but just ignore them. I hope they'll be gone in a minute. The spam person. Um, so getting grounded, and I really, really like what Gretchen said about putting the palm of your hand on your crown and just slightly pushing down. Oh my gosh, what fantastic energy. Brushing your teeth, chewing gum. I have a hard time chewing gum because I have some jaw issues. And a lot of times on my videos, if I'm talking a lot, which I'm always talking, I'm a good little Virgo. Um, when I'm talking a lot, it makes my jaw like do weird things. I'll have to pop my jaw, and it looks like I'm yawning, but I'm not yawning. I'm just trying to pop my jaw. So I have to edit that out of my videos because I don't want people to think that I'm bored with what I'm doing when I'm just trying to pop my jaw if it's been a long day. But but I do like that because chewing gum, that's a good one because it also helps you. It makes you breathe differently when you're chewing gum, which regulates your blood pressure. Wow, what a great thing! Thank you, Gretchen. But I like that brushing your teeth too. Get that fresh minty feeling while you're getting grounded. My dentist would love that for sure. Um, but I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna write that down, Gretchen. Like just pushing down. That'd be awesome. Um, I think anything physical you can do helps you to stay in your body. Yes. Sitting on the floor. Oh my gosh. That's probably why like yoga and Pilates is a really good grounding exercise. That's awesome. I like that. I also like sitting on the floor, though it's harder to get up. Preaching to the choir, sister. Preaching to the choir. um, but when we have all these things coming up with the like these relationships, whether they are with our work, our friends, our businesses, projects that we've put our heart and soul into, um, family members, spouses, lovers, whoever it is, that is a relationship of some kind because most of us spend more time at work than we do at home. Don't tell me you don't have a relationship with that job. So, when we walk away from something, when we walk away from a relationship of any kind, whether it's our choice or someone else's, there is healing that we can do after a relationship. Ah, and here comes the spell work, right? Mm, I love this coffee. Okay, so really what you need is a pair of glasses. Okay, so it would really be great if you used material from an old piece of clothing, like something that you own, just old clothing. It's not important like what color or what, like if there's decorations on it or a pattern or anything. That's not important at all. Um, it'd be really great if you had like thread that's yellow or gold. The herbs are mugwort because this enhances the spell's power, and marjoram, which helps to relieve stress. Love that about marjoram. Then a lavender candle to reduce anxiety. Now, if you do not have a lavender candle, you can use a white candle and put lavender oil or actual lavender flowers in it. Okay. But the lavender essential oil will be fine. Okay. Let's see what. Sorry, I just got like a weird thing come across the screen. Um, so what we're gonna do is we're we're gonna put uh, we're gonna put all the items together. So what I like is the original spell says to make a doll. I'm not that gifted, so I made a pouch. That's what I did. I made a pouch, and I basically just took two squares of my old t-shirt, and then I sewed three sides together, and I stuffed mugwort and marjoram into the pouch. And hey, Jennifer, I also added some intentions. I added the person's name. I added the specific like thing that I was going through. I added the business's name that I was working at, and after I added that on little slips of paper, and it doesn't have to be a huge pouch, just a tiny one is fine. I sewed up the last edge, and then I started. So recite this 3 times. I call all angels to heal my soul, to be free of emotion. This is my goal. Send my old, and you need to put in here what relationship it is: friend, love, work, job, whatever, project. Send my old blank on their way. I live in hope for happier days. You need to recite this 3 times. And of course, I clap 3 times, but that's my ritual. And then so mote it be. Um, then you want to keep that little square, that little pouch. You want to keep it by your bed for a month. A month. So if you start this ritual at the full moon, then keep it by your bed until the next full moon. And of course, you know what I like to do. I like to take it out and burn it. I like to take it out and burn it, or I like to bury it, you know. But, this time of year, we usually have a burn pile going in our fire pit. So this time of year, that's what I do is I just toss it in there and burn it and say thank you. Say thank you. Say thank you to that friend, that family member, that former lover, that former spouse, the former job, the former what project, business, whatever this relationship is. Say thank you for helping you to learn something, for helping you to learn something about yourself, for helping you to learn something so that you can achieve your goals in life, so that you can move past it. Because if you learn through it now, then as you keep achieving your goals, it gets easier and easier to discard some of these lower energies, these lower vibrational energies that come at you. I'm telling you guys, I'm living proof. So I think that this is a really good thing. You think about this hard, long and hard. What did you pour your heart and soul into? What did you pour your heart and soul into that is now challenging you? What is challenging you? Are you meant to leave that job, that career path? Are you meant to be doing something else? Are you meant to not be with that person? I don't know, and I can't answer that for you. Only you can answer that, and only you can talk to your guides, your creator, and you discover that for yourself. It's a difficult conversation, and it won't always come out like you want it to. It won't. But in the end, you're going to be much better for it. You really are. So, why are you being challenged? Why do you feel like you're being challenged? Why do you feel like you're being attacked? Why do you feel like you're being put upon? Because you're in a place of growth. You're in a place of growth. And not everybody that is around you wants to see you grow. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. Not everybody around you wants to see you grow because maybe they don't want to grow anymore. So they don't want you to go further because it could make them look like, I'm not doing anything. That's not your journey, you know? What is holding you back with these challenges? Something needs to be triggered in your life. If you're being challenged, something is triggering you to look beyond the obvious, to look beyond what is right here and look at the bigger picture. Get grounded and look around. Get grounded and ask, what am I supposed to learn here? What am I supposed to do? Again, you may not always like the answer, but it's going to be worth it. It really is. I feel good about this, everybody. I do. And I really, really like this. I like this spell because it's a healing spell to help you heal. We're not talking about the job, the company, the other person, whoever's involved here. We're not talking about them. We're talking about you healing here so that you can move on beyond this. It's hard to stay grounded in the middle of a storm. In the eye of the storm, it's really hard to stay grounded. But I'm telling you, I also use a lot of essential oils for this. I know there's some crazy stuff like going around. I don't know what it is about this Siberian fur, but oh man, she is yummy. I mean, this one is a smells like a Christmas tree. And that's probably why it's so easy for me to ground when this is in my diffuser, because it does smell like a Christmas tree. I'm like, I'm with you, baby. I'm in it. But this Siberian fir has been my friend for a few days. Um, and also all of my incense. My incense has just been awesome because I have some white sage and cedar, and I have some cedar and sweetgrass, and I have white sage and dragon's blood. I have some really great stuff back here. I also have some myrrh and some frankincense that I got from La Hermosa Bruja, because that is fantastic. That frankincense, man, that is some fantastic energy right there. Mm-hmm. Feel like my eyelashes are coming off. I know. I'm so sorry, Josie. I'm not doing live readings tonight, but I was just telling everybody else in the chat that I think I'm going to do some live readings for the holidays. I'll see if Carrie's feeling better, and maybe we can do a little I'll have to ask her permission, but maybe we can do a little mini psychic fair, online psychic fair. Might be fun. Especially, as we get closer to the holidays, because it's really hard on empaths. And this energy that we have going on right now, it's super hard. But we're going to get through it, and the month is going to be so much better, you guys. I promise it is. We got some good stuff coming at us with the sun and Jupiter, and Jupiter's moving back into Aries. Yeah, that's some go-getter energy, isn't it? And this week we had Mercury go into Capricorn. Tomorrow we have Venus going into Capricorn. So we got a lot of good stuff happening astrologically. I don't want to give it all away because, I want you guys to watch my astrology chat. But I didn't put one out for next week because there's not upheaval going on next week. But I will. I'll get there. But next Friday we have a half moon in Virgo, and you guys know how I feel about the half moon energy, and I love, love, love it. If you're trying to get balance between like your head and your heart, if you're trying to get balance between your emotions and your logic, that's a good time to get grounded in that energy, in that half moon energy, because we're in it. We're bringing in both the light and the dark. We're bringing in both the emotion and the logic. So it's a great time to really get grounded during that time. I know, half moon on next, really it's the 15th and the 16th, and it's in Virgo, and then late on Friday, we have the moon going into Libra. Again, great balancing energy. It's awesome. Yeah, the moon moves into Libra in the afternoon on the 16th. So, still great balancing energy. I mean, Libras love balance, don't they? Oh, yeah. If everything's not in balance for a Libra, it just messes up their stomach. We don't need that. So, this is good. This is good. So, do you guys have any questions? Um, like, when you're like ending a relationship or you're saying goodbye to something, this is a great little spell. Especially if you are looking for some kind of healing, because we mourn everything. We do. We mourn everything. Anything that we say goodbye to, we mourn it. I mean, mourning donuts right here. Yeah. Hard. I mean, I'm surprised the Intamins people didn't send me like a a check, to have somebody come and check on me to see if a wellness check to see if I was okay. Because I haven't bought Intamin's donuts in a long time. But there's a lot of great ways to ground without having to use sugar. It was just my go-to for a long time, and it did not serve me well. It didn't. But it did get me to places where I could think for short periods of time, and I could think long enough to do something else, or I could stop long enough, stop my, like, you know, long enough to listen to my guides when they would say, you need to do this, you need to do that, and to help me get grounded. So, there's a lot to it. But um sorry, I'm just checking the chat. I just want to make sure that there's nobody trolling again. I know. Don't really like turning my head to the side anymore because you can really see the double chin. Thank you, donuts. Am I right? I mean, and it's that time of year when you get all these sweets and stuff. Like, somebody's already given me as an early Christmas present Lindt chocolate truffles. Can you hear that? Bag's almost empty. That's not keto, and I'm eating it. But it's okay. It's all right. We'll get through it. But do you guys have any questions for me? Do you have any questions regarding grounding? Do you have any questions regarding, like, when you're in challenging moments? I feel like I keep getting kicked off of Facebook. I don't really know what's happening here. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, you can always hit me up at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com. I will get back to you. It could take me a couple of days. Don't lose faith. I will get back to you. And I mean, it took me a couple of days to get back to Gretchen. She sent me a message and I was just like, yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. With the kids out of school on Tuesday because of the election, it just threw a wrench into my schedule for the week. So I got a little off kilter. But that's okay. I'm back. We're good. But yeah, if you guys have questions about this, or if you want me to type this up for you or anything, this little spell, just hit me up at metaphysicalroundtable@gmail.com and I'll send it to you as soon as I can. Okay. So everybody feeling good? Everybody feeling great? I want to thank Carrie again. I want to thank Carrie Rodriguez for allowing me to stream to her platforms. I just appreciate her generosity so much on that. And please, you guys, if you're in meditation or if you're sending out energy to anybody, make sure you send healing energy to Carrie and her family as well. I've got healing candles lit for them because they are getting over COVID. But if you guys have ever had COVID, sometimes it's not hard to get over. So, yeah. Um, that's a good call, Jennifer. Keeping quiet this week. I know. I know. I got out and voted and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to vote and just like back in the car. But yeah, after my mom was caught in that like shooting at the Walmart, and she called me and she was like, okay, I didn't believe you when you said that this energy was really aggressive, but I believe you now. There was a shooting at the Walmart that I was just at, and they had to evacuate the store. And she was just like, "Mm-mm, I gotta go. I'm not going back in there. Because they were telling them that they were gonna clear everything and, allow customers back in. But it was like a couple of hours, I think. So she just went home. She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try again this weekend. Not going out the rest of the week." I can't even imagine being in the store when that happened. But luckily my mom's pretty sharp and she was just like, "Yep, not even not even gonna say." Yeah, she's fine. Thank you, Jennifer. She's fine. It was just a scary, it's just a scary thing. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that she's okay. I'm grateful that she had been on that in that part of the store, but she had walked away because there was commotions and stuff, and she had walked away, and I'm sure glad that she did. Yeah. But so I'm glad everybody came out of that unscathed. Well, for the most part. So it's good. It's good. But I hope you guys have a very, very good week. If you are watching this from Readings at the Round Table, thank you so much for supporting my new channel. I so appreciate it. Readings at the Round Table, you can get your weekly zodiac readings and your monthly numerology readings. So, and you can also see like astrology chat and reviewed on that channel as well. I was like, I always forget the names of my shows. I named them. How can I forget them? But I'm gonna go clean up the mess that my cats made again with my incense. They seem to think when the incense gets down to a certain point that they can jump up there and like scatter incense everywhere. Like I don't have a hard enough time dusting in here. They're so much fun. Yeah. They're like at a truce right now. So we're not going to disturb them. But Mouse and Badger are just staring at each other. They've been fighting a lot lately. And I'm blaming this Mars Moon conjunction. I'm hoping that it eases up. You know what I'm saying? Can't have my boys fighting. It's too much. All right. Well, thank you again. Thank you to Carrie Rodriguez. Thank you, La Hermosa Bruja. Thank you, all of you, for participating in the chat tonight. If you have any questions, just email me. And again, thank you for supporting me on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys. And until I see you guys again, get out there and make your magic. Bye.